Huh. Hello? Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Did I fix it? Is that it? Did I do it? Did I fix it? Is that it? Did I do it? Let's see. Let's see. See. So that should have fixed it. I'm gonna play it on my phone at the same time. Or for this one, I'm not gonna do kombucha poop. Well, duh, because I'm not actually live. Okay. So, I had a couple run-ins with some audio issues earlier, but I think third time's the charm. Hello, I am kombuchaPulp, aka Evan Merklin. If you have heard of some of my other music, I don't normally, or I'm not known for making lo-fi, but I have since rebranded, and here I am making some lo-fi. So, hope you guys have a good time. I want my chat up. I forgot to put my chat up. Don't look at this. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I want this. There we go. There we go. Just in case I get any questions or whatever. If people pop in and they're like, wow, this guy sucks. Oh, he's terrible. It's like, yeah, okay. At least somebody besides myself can tell me for once. Sorry, that was deprecating humor. Anyways, let's jump into it. I have this older file. When did I start this? September? In September, so not that long ago. It's only been about a month since I think was that when I last worked on it? This project was started. That was when it was started. So I don't know how much I've worked on it intermittently, but I'm going to work on it a little bit today. I don't even remember what it sounds like, so we're about to find out together. So I'm just going to play it a little bit and see what I think of doing with it from there. Here we go. Okay. That sounds... Okay, when I hit play, I was like, do I just like have a filter on everything? Yeah, I had a filter on everything. That's fine. You know what? We're going to get rid of that because I didn't like how that sounded. This track is weird. It's weird, but it's fine. I don't want it to be too repetitive, and so far it is. The only problem is that a lot of these are audio recorded splices, so I can't exactly... I mean, I can try to recreate it because it's been a while since I've touched this project. So I will work with what I got here. What is going on with this? Sounds like I got a really fast, short reverb on it. I do. Okay. Maybe I'll lengthen that a little bit. Whoa, that was weird. I like this. Oh, it's oh man. I thought I made this one. That's fine. You know what? My philosophy on using presets. I don't care. I don't care. But when I hear a really cool sound that I put into a track ages ago and I'm like, "Ooh, did I make that?" Because I do love sound design as well and making my own sounds in Serum. I used to use the built-in Citrus for ages. That was kind of my go-to. It's additive FM synth. Where is it? I haven't touched it in ages. But the problem with it is that the learning curve for Citrus is pretty steep because you got to learn how the matrix works. And back when I used to make dubstep was my primary, that's kind of the genre I started on, especially in Fruity Loops. Back when I made dubstep, when it was popular, I put that in quotes because I mean it was still a pretty niche genre at the time. This was the plugin that I always used, and I feel like I didn't own it at the time. I think Citrus wasn't free. It didn't come with Fruity Loops at the time. This was back in like Fruity Loops 9 or 10. I couldn't tell you for sure. Anyways, so what I had to do at the time, and I remember this, is I would have to send it to a mixer track, and I would load up an instance of Edison. So I would make the sound I like, I would, FM frequency. Most of it was just like the most generic, like, um, uh, uh, what would you call them these days? Wah wah basses, whatever. And then I would hit play or hit record and then hit play, and then I would just have those audio recordings. And then when I went to save the project, and Citrus had to go away because with FL Studio, if you don't own a plugin, it just disappears the next time that you load it up. So I would still have an audio recording of it, despite not being able to edit it later. So that did cause some problems for a while. That is not a workaround I recommend. Just buy the program if you're really struggling that much with it. But I also remember before, because this is when I was like, oh gosh, what was I, a sophomore in high school or whatever, and I would just leave my computer on for weeks, with the demo version of Fruity Loops running in the background, because if you never closed FL Studio, you never lost your file. So I would literally gamble. I would never save. I couldn't save projects because the moment you save them, it'd make you pay for projects just to reopen them. So I would just leave them running for weeks on end, and it's kind of ridiculous. I can't believe how many projects I didn't lose. Albeit at that time, I certainly wasn't very good and /or didn't have that many mixer tracks to begin with. So it was like, if I did lose stuff, it wasn't like, years worth of projects or progress, I should say, like it would be now. So, I got a little better. I got some money and I invested in some better equipment. So it's interesting what happens when you dive all in. How did I get here? Oh yeah, I was talking about presets and I was talking about Citrus and sound design. Anyways, my go-to now is Serum, of course. Serum is one of my favorite synthesizers ever. I remember when it came out, I wanted it really bad, but it was $200. And at the time, of course, I wasn't making much money. What little money I was making was mostly going into a college fund, which, still didn't really go far anyways. Because, here I am streaming instead of, doing what I was supposed to get my degree in. That could be another topic for another day. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm going to continue on. My gut reaction to this track so far is prog. I kind of want to add a little bit of a kind of a growth to it. But that being said, I do that a lot. So my intros are always very kind of linearly growing, which is something that I need to kind of get my brain out of that box a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do instead, so I'm going to wrestle that gut feeling, and I'm going to, my intro will be, I like this synthesizer. I like this sound. I like this synth. I'm going to use it for my intro, I think. That's it. That's my intro. That's going to be my intro. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Move everything over. Do I want to do it as an extra measure here at the beginning? I don't know. No, I want it to just be this. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, that's when the beat's gonna come in. Turn this down a little bit. Beep. It sounds like a little bit of Legend of Zelda. The problem with it is that it's also very triplet. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what this Peak controller is. If you haven't used Peak controller for just interesting fun effects like panning like this, like what I'm doing here, give it a try. You can even use Peak controller as like a side chain. You know, it's not technically side chaining. It's not sidechain compression anyways, but what it is, it would be sidechain volume, I guess, at that point. And so it's kind of like a little cheatsy way of doing sidechain compression or that sidechain effect. But in some ways it can be a little bit more clean, because I won't get into the logistics of that right now. Because I mean, the time will come up when I will use that, because sometimes it's more effective in my opinion than sidechain compression. That being said, I am using it for a panning effect right now. It's just the basic LFO. You know, it's an auto LFO, which is really nice, and you can attach it to anything. You just right click on whatever parameter you want to control. Huh. Somebody's car's getting broken into or something. Better not be mine. Better not be mine. Will I get up and check? Yeah. No. I don't have anything valuable in it. That being said, it is... Oh, it is not mine. Okay, this is a real bass, okay. Oh, that click. Eesh. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because there is a, you know, kick on the downbeat of that, so that click, that little pop isn't audible. Like, you can't tell. No. This is one of those things, it's kind of like, but what if somebody has, like, really hi-fi headphones? I'm talking, like, external DAC, and they're running FLAC files at 4,000 times the resolution and the most open back headphones you've ever seen. It's like, maybe they can hear that, but also would it bother them enough? I don't know. That's one of those things. It's like, yeah, I could fix it. I like the... What is that noise? Where is that? Okay, that's just percussion. I like that a lot. Now, one problem I have with this track so far is that it's not very melodic. It's passing the baton a lot, which isn't necessarily a problem inherently, but it's also kind of giving a little, it's a little jarring. It's a little jarring. And passing the melody around to different sounds is not necessarily a problem, but the way that this track is doing it now is a bit too abrupt, in my opinion. So, not to mention, sometimes there isn't even a melody. Maybe that's the problem. Sometimes there isn't even technically a melody. It's like the melody is the chord instrument, but then all of a sudden it gets taken over by the... So maybe... Because I do like the disparity between both of the slower melodic and the more pecky kind of kind of instrument there, just to give it some variety. But my bad. But I don't know. Let's play around with it. I'm gonna add. What am I feeling? Do I feel like making something from scratch? Yeah, I'll make something from scratch. That's fine. That's cool. Scratch is cool. Gotta get a new pop filter. This thing's annoying. Okay. Yeah, we'll just. I want some kind of really. My go-to is just super saw. Super saw. We'll do a little bit of front end. We'll do two. We'll do two of these. This one I'll have a little bit more, but quieter than the other one, I think. Let's do trig, so that this one's coming in a little bit later. We'll slow it down too. Yeah, like that. And then I'm going to do high pass filter, since this is a melody instrument. I'm going to do this, but probably like that, maybe. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to add... I'm going to do this. What was I gonna do? Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by that. Just reminded me of that. Whoa, whoa. Let's see here. Oh, okay, that's like twice the speed as I wanted it. I can't count today. Oh, what's the chord here? So glad I labeled it. C major 7, F minor. Oh, okay. Oh, it's over here. D minor 9, F minor flat 13, third inversion, E flat minor 7, add 6. Okay. That's cool too. Let's see here. So it's, what was it? F minor. What did I say it was? F minor flat 13. Okay. That's a funky. Is that just a flat? Wouldn't that just be a flat 4? Wait. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, okay, sorry. A flat 6. I guess I should have just labeled it flat 6 then. Wouldn't a flat 6 just make it a chromatic median? Let's see. Say F minor? Wait, F minor? Oh, okay. So it's what? D flat. But wouldn't that just make it a? I don't. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's just a D flat major 7. So all I'm doing right now is building a baseline for other instruments to pass the baton. Like, this isn't going to be the instrument that will complete the melody, because to be frank, it's a little old, and I don't like having one melody instrument do all of it. And if you are going to have one melody instrument do all of it, it's also better to have just multi-layering more than just one instrument at once copying the same melodies. It's not F minor 7 first, is it? Oh, it's D minor 9. Then D flat major. Wait, is it third inversion too? So wouldn't that also make it? Let's see here. Oh, what? It's hurting my brain. It's been a while. Okay, so it's D flat major 7. Yeah, it's just a D flat major 7. I don't know why I call it an F minor, because the third inversion just. Wait, that's an E flat. Right. Okay. So the D flat. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why I call it that. That's whatever. You know what? It's fine. It's cool. It's neat, dude. Got my kombucha, of course. Wouldn't be kombuchaPulp without kombucha or pulp. It is a pretty cursed name, I will admit. And to be completely frank, I don't love the kombucha that has the residue or the pulp. It's not really pulp. I don't know what you call it, to be honest. Residue, leftovers, the settlement, protected settlement at the bottom of the glass bottle. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, I still have this from. I got sidetracked. Let me just default that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep pushing forward on this track. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. I'm not liking the vibe. I'm not liking it. So what can I do to change the vibe? Something. I'm gonna slow it down. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slow it down first and see Switch to real time. Yep. Slow down first. Let's go like 95. That's quite a bit slower than I had it. Oh. Wait, what's the chord there? Yeah, okay, I was right. It's C major 7. It's a little too slow. It's just something. Okay, this is a little too much. I think it's just a little too much. So I'm gonna adjust that, maybe slow it down a bit, because that is. Kept hitting the wrong button. I love a good square wave, like super sauce, but like square wave. That doesn't even make sense. I like square waves synths with high unison, or not ununison. However, whatever you want to call it. You know, whatever. I love this sound. Okay, I think the biggest problem with this track is it's just slugging along. Like, yeah, I slowed it down. I'm aware that I just slowed it down, but like even at this tempo, even at 103, because I want it to have that just like you kind of like mind numbing. You get a little lost, you know. You're not really thinking about what's coming next. I think the problem might be in the drums. The problem might be in the drums. So maybe if I go for a more analog approach, maybe. Let me try something. I'm gonna do FPC. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't want to do a direct. Okay. These sound so lo-fi, and I love that. But what I'm gonna do is layer the drums a little bit more. Drums layer 2 or whatever I want to call it. As you can see, I rarely label my things pattern 6, pattern 5. I know it's a bad habit. I should be doing that, but. Okay, maybe my problem is actually not in the drum samples used, but actually with how often I use them. So yeah. Oh! I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Wait, what was that? I don't remember downloading this. Wait, how long is it? This is gonna end abruptly. Yeah, this is done. Okay. I have no idea where this came from. Lack of Afro presents Analog Soul. Maybe I take this a completely different route. Maybe I do this a completely different route. Root rat. A root rat. A root rat. I take this a completely different root rat. And I go... Do you like that sound? I love this sample pack too. This one's great. I use this one a lot. Or I used to anyways. Oh, that sounds great. How could you not like that kick? These toms are garbage though. This is the same tom, just pitched it up slightly. It's just like, yeah, sure, you made a sample pack and you fill it up with something, but like, did it have to be 5 of the same tom just pitched up slightly? I love these snares. Oh. Okay, we're using that one. Oh, that's not what I want to do. If you can't tell already, I'm going for a more drum and bass approach. I've been listening to a lot more of Pink Panthers lately, and if you haven't heard Pink Panthers' album on any platform where you can stream music, you need to stop, close the stream, go listen to that album. Pink Panthers, what was it called? Something, hey, no. Hey, I hate everything. I hate nothing. I hate everything. I don't remember. I hate something, and it's so good. Obviously, not good enough for me to remember the name of the album, but that's aside the point. I'm terrible at names. Okay, just leave me be. Leave me alone. Okay, do my best. But yeah, what she does is she takes like a pop spin on drum and bass, but like modern drum and bass, and it's just so clean. It's so clean. Okay, I hate that. I love the sample pack, but so okay, this has a little bit too much tone to it. Ah, sheesh. I'm actually deleting all that. It's fine. The bass is gonna have to change. I love that. That sounds cool. That sounds dark, heavy. Wow. I want that to keep going, and I want it to kind of morph into something else. I'm just gonna completely get rid of all that. I'm actually gonna label this so I don't lose it though. Bass guitar. Yeah, I might take this like a liquid D&B meets lo-fi route. Let's do what do I need to do here? I guess, well, did I have AOL? Forgot I made that. And if you don't know what AOL is, you're way too young. And by too young, I mean that sounded so gatekeepy. It means you're too young to know what AOL is, and I'm not gonna take the time to explain it. That is what I meant. Not. It's good that you don't know what it is because it's not good. It wasn't a good thing. So you're fine. Everything's fine. I might do something like that. Yeah, that's way too loud. Okay, I kind of like that, but it needs more. Okay, that's fine. I might do, where are you? FM from A. And this is gonna have to drop down like crazy. I'm not gonna do it like that, I'm gonna do it like this. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4, 2, and 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is in the wrong key. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, I'm just not feeling this. I'm not feeling it. You know what? I'm not feeling it. I do this so much. Where if I'm not feeling the track, I'll just start a different one, or I'll go work on something. I do it so much. Do I want to save it? Because like I did a lot. I do like the drums. The drums sound okay for what it is. But like, Kingston. Why not? Let's do it. This is. Oh my. Okay. You know, I was just saying earlier about how little, like, how bad at organization I am when it comes to this stuff. This is currently under my lo-fi subfolder. I mean, it's bopping. It sounds like shit. I mean, yeah, it's not good, but like, yeah, we're not gonna work on this. What was I working on before? I was working on a little bit. Excuse me. It's getting late. I was working on this a little bit earlier. I kind of like the direction of this one that this one's going. Kinda. Okay, I was wondering why nothing was working. Oh. Um. I kind of like the drive. I like that to drive it. So let's see what that sounds like. Two. I like it. I like this. I'm gonna keep working on this one. I'm feeling this one, for sure. I really wish vinyl would stop making noise when you stop the project. Whatever. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And I don't know if I like this intro. It's certainly unique, especially for like a lo-fi track. This isn't really lo-fi at this point. So. Okay, it's lo-fi. Okay. It really just depends on how you define lo-fi, because like a lot of people are just like, oh, it's lo-fi, it's slow, it's jazzy, it's something I listen to when I'm studying or relaxing to, right? But like lo-fi is short for low fidelity, which is all that implies is the sound quality after post-production. That's all. That's what lo-fi is short for. So when people say lo-fi, it's like, okay, cool. It's low fidelity, but like, what is it? So there's, you can decide what your subgenre is after that. So it's like lo-fi hip hop, lo-fi jazz, lo-fi hip hop jazz. So I like to specify a lot of the times of what what I'm throwing up on SoundCloud. And there is like when you go to like insert your genre when you're uploading a track onto SoundCloud, it's like it asks you for like what genre you would label this track, and there's an option for lo-fi and there's an option for hip hop, but there isn't an option for lo-fi hip hop. So I have to kind of like go through and custom make it. Anyways, it's not really like an important gripe. It's just like a personal opinion. It's like, should we not be specifying what this kind of lo-fi is? at the same time, when people or when we create lo-fi, it is very freeing to be like, oh, it's lo-fi. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to just like take a pre-existing track and just slap a filter over it to make it sound like it's low fidelity. That does defeat the purpose a little bit, in my opinion, because then it wouldn't be lo-fi as a genre. It would be lo-fi as a sound design, like a sound perspective, soundscape, I guess you could say. Um, so there is like kind of a fine tuning that has to go into lo-fi itself, where you do have that little bit of jazz influence in it. That being said, even jazz is a very broad genre. You've got a lot of subcategories under that. So, um, all this ramblings to say, like, stop putting yourself in a box, but also it's okay. It's good to specify, to the best of your ability, um, even if it doesn't really matter. So when I go into these lo-fi projects, I don't go into it being like, okay, I'm gonna make lo-fi jazz today. I'm gonna make lo-fi inspired rock today, or vice versa, rock inspired lo-fi, or whatever. I start something, and I like how I like the vibe. I like the mood it sets, and I just kind of charge forward. And whatever happens at the end result, that's what stuck. Apparently, it was good enough in the moment to be good enough when to release. And so I just then I'll define it after the fact. Um, so that's something that I would, personally, that's something that works well for me. It might not work well for everybody, but personally, that works really well for me. You know, Sometimes throwing things against the wall to see what sticks is, can be a good way to go about it. I mean, what is creativity at the end of the day? What is creativity? It is personal experience and personal opinion and subjectivity. So don't fall into that mindset of it has to be this because this is what I make. Even as like a self-proclaimed lo-fi producer now, I have done so many things outside of lo-fi in the past, even just 5 years now. I've made records of alt rock and jazz records and Irish records, and it's not something I don't like happen to stick to one concept or one genre. In my opinion, it's kind of boring. But lo-fi is great because it kind of fulfills that need, that desire to combine all of those different influences together, as long as it's a little bit of that low fidelity at the end of the day, with that with that jazz influence and low fidelity. But then whatever happens in between that, magic can happen. So yeah, that's just my kind of opinion on this kind of stuff, on music making in general, as it stands right now. At least when it comes to lo-fi, I can talk about all the other genres I've made for ages, but it's fine. I'm not going to get into it right now because this is about lo-fi. So this opener right here started off as like a drum sample. I forget which one it is. I think it was I forget the name of it, but it was like what was it, like a 80s magic 80s. Wasn't that one? I don't think it was this one. You get that bubble. I love the bubbly effect. So I threw that. If you didn't know that you could do this, I threw that into Serum, and then I made it so that it would progress through the drum loop, and then I added this little Water World. I don't remember where I got this pack from, the sound pack from, but it's so fun to play around with. So Definitely this track has a little bit of like that funk slash underwater vibe to it, and I don't know. I'm digging it right now. It's called Cult of Personality for no reason. You can't really see it because I have. Hold on. Yeah, it's called Cult of Personality for whatever reason. There's another thing that I never even consider. If I have a name for the song in my head, I will name it that, and it will stay that. Because in my opinion, that's just as much of the personality of the end result. Okay, they're empty. It's fine. It's as much of the end result as making the track itself. You know. I had to plug my mouse in. It was dying. Okay. So yeah, this has got a little bit of that funk, kind of weird. It's got kind of the 4 on the floor at the beginning with that weird water, whatever. I really like these keys. I did make these keys from scratch, if I do recall. Yeah, I made these keys from scratch. I mean, it's super simple. It's just like a, you know, slow chorus. I like that rim. Snappy. Okay. There's a lot going on, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but it certainly makes it harder to go somewhere after this. Go somewhere after this, right? So the best thing that I can do is probably cut back when that new hi-hat comes in. So I'm gonna cut out what's also been the same, like, you know, same 8 chords for the whole song so far, which isn't, I mean, already lo-fi hip-hop in general is notorious for having the same, you know, 4 chords over and over and over and over. But then that's so that you have the feature vocalist over that, you know, your rapper, your, you know, whatever, and your chorus, you know, it uses the same chords, but since this doesn't have a vocalist, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, it's doing the same thing over and over. It is hip hop, however, it's a little boring. So I'd like to. I remember trying to play around with the chords a little bit earlier, and by earlier I mean a couple days ago, and I wasn't feeling that as much. So I think what I'll do, let's see here. I kind of want to click on that, but I'd already know it's gonna sound bad. Yeah. Yeah. Some leftovers from my dubstep phase. It's getting that time of night. Okay, kind of like that. That reminds me of something. Does that remind you of something? Pew! Zoink Scoob! I kind of want to use that now. I don't know how I'd use it. It's so funny though. Oh, okay, I thought that was gonna be the drum set for that. I wonder if Ryan's up right now. Hey, you up? I'm gonna do a booty call real quick for my bud Ryan. Hey, you up? It'd be really fun to get. I'm not actually gonna booty call him right now. I think I'm gonna leave him be. It's already like 11. It would be really fun to have Ryan on sometime, and we could just like talk music. I think that would be kind of fun. Talk music, maybe make some music. I don't know. We'll see. It's something just sounds off. Okay. I'm gonna stop at 11. I have decided I need sleep. I was up way too late last night and only slept for like 5 hours last night because I'm an idiot. But, you know, thus is life. Ooh! Okay, well, I don't want to all that. I like the wind chimes. I really wish I had my own set of all these percussion instruments. I would use them so much. I would use wind chimes so much. Wind chimes. The problem with wind chimes is that they're so expensive. Like, huh. That sounds like a Flume intro. see, okay. Oh, here's what I was talking about earlier with the sorted packs. Like, I got a certain amount of it done. Like, I didn't. Like, I wasn't lying. Like, yeah, actually kind of. I forgot where I put it. I thought I just like got rid of all of it. No. It's under this for some reason. I don't know. Cause like this is where I have all my packs now under like 3 million. I gotta get back in here and reorganize. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I have 2 copies of the same one. I'm running out of storage space, and here now we know why. Now we know why I'm running out of storage space. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to organize better, I guess. I'm supposed to organize better. But today is not that day. I will take care of that someday. Ooh, I like this one more. I don't know why they call it a triangle. It's not a triangle. Hey guys, Atlanta Trap Kings. Hey Atlanta Trap Kings. That is not a triangle. I know. It's shocking. I know. I'm surprised too. I get it. We can't all be triangles. Some of us have to be squares. Some of us have to be circles, you know. But some of us just aren't triangles. And this is not a triangle. A lot of reverb. I kind of like that. Little reverb. Oh, I know what I could do. It's like one of the easiest. Oh, I know what I could do. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go like reverse it like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. It sounds bad. That sounds good. I like that because then it goes like back to mono and then stereo again. Yeah. That bass is a little too loud because I want it to build more. Yeah, I'm also gonna high pass that a little bit, I think. Is this one or this one? Oh, pro tip. If you haven't tried this preset before, it's not a pro tip at all. I just discovered it one day randomly. I was like, I really want some kind of like airy, mystical, creepy sounding thing. And I found this preset from Fruity Love Filter. If you haven't used Fruity Love Filter, try it out. It's great. Because it's a filter that you can run what's the word? I can't think of it right now. Not automation, envelopes through. Yeah, you can run envelopes through it. So if you haven't tried it before, it's great. But anyways, there's a filter preset on this one, and it makes it sound so creepy. I would love to show it to you. There we go. We're underwater. We're in a cave. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's just a random clack. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, I like these. Ooh. Yeah, those sound nasty. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there for the night. Yeah. Hey. First stream. Well, third stream. You know, sometimes you just gotta trial and error these things. So that's fine. If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe because I will be posting regularly. Probably live streaming regularly, and I'll be probably live streaming most, if not all, of the music that I'll be putting on my YouTube channel. So like you kind of get to see the making of the track, you know, a little behind the scenes stuff. So if you're into that, cool. If not, you can just listen to the music. That's fine too. Even if you're not into that, that's fine too. I don't care. But anyways, yeah. Hope everybody has a lovely night and/or day. And yeah.